This is ContactTalkRadio.com. Consciousness in action. And you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Ping.fm, and UpSnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spiritual Psychic with Sarah Wiseman, where you'll learn how to unlock the secrets of spiritual intuition and your own psychic gifts. Here's Sarah.
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah Wiseman. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Aquarian messages, which is both a book and a course. And I wanted to talk to you about this because this is, as some of you know, I'm a channel. I receive spiritual teachings in meditation onto my laptop. It just kind of comes through me, and I've been doing this process for many decades now. So the Aquarian messages are of a special interest to me because they are marking a new style of teaching that came about during this new Aquarian age that we've just entered. So I've channeled, this is my fifth big chunk of channeling that I've received. The first is in the 33 lessons were in there, 4 passages of the heart, and then two channeling groups in this book. And so I've been very curious because each, starting with the 33 lessons, each piece of channeling has been added on to by the next piece. And so when the Aquarian messages came, I never know when the channeling is going to come. I just start to feel like it's happening. And when the Aquarian messages came, I was super interested because a lot of these other channelings have come in groups of maybe 33. The Aquarian messages just kept coming, and they were super short, and it just kept coming and coming. And I was finally like, how many of these are there going to be? And finally at number 108, they stopped. And so this is interesting because this is, 108 is sort of a sacred number that is used in when meditating, using beads and that kind of thing. And so they are meant as kind of a like spiritual cones or spiritual puzzles or a little piece of spirituality to help you move forward in your own understanding. Aquarian age, this is where we are. None of us have ever been through this before. We are embarking, or we have already begun this new age that is all about all of the aspects of the Aquarian sign, which is about community, about being visionary, about wanting to work together, about being ahead of our time, about throwing tradition out the window. And so here we're invited to think about our reality a different way. We're invited to let go of the old patriarchy or the old ideas, the old traditional ideas, or the old superstitions, or the old structures. And we're just invited to let all that go. I've told you guys, like I'm almost all Aquarius. So I'm also super excited about this because it makes sense to me. Like it's sort of like my understanding of the universe is what is happening, starting to happen now. And it's very exciting to sort of see what I've been thinking about, what a lot of you guys have been thinking about. Yes, it's starting to take place. So in general, the messages cover some of the ideas that are familiar to you already. I'm just going to read my little list here. Your infinite nature, yourself as a soul, your soul reality, which is you lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and not just in a linear way, but in multiple dimensions. The karma of your past lives and how that relates to your present situation. the karma of your future lives and how you're kind of, what you're doing now is creating the karma of your future lives. And karma not as a curse, but karma as soul lessons learned over time. So we're here as souls in the earth reality to work on soul lessons that we couldn't do in the soul form, because souls don't really need to learn anything, do they? But the human self, it needs to learn a lot. So here we are working on our karma, our soul lessons learned over time. The idea of infinite change, of everything changing always, the idea of divine guidance, the idea of divine disruptors, those things that happen that you couldn't have imagined, and you certainly didn't ask for, and you certainly didn't want. And yet here they are as divine disruptors in your life to help you learn and grow. Signs, synchronicities, and strands, the law of flow, which I'm going to be teaching a lot more about. The law of flow is the next step after we've been through law of attraction, haven't we? Now we move to law of flow. Our new understanding takes us further than the old systems we used to use. Multidimensionality, jumping layers and levels in that dimensionality. Your soul circle, the souls you've come into work with primarily in this lifetime. Your soul lessons, what is it that you're working on? Your soul destiny, how are you here to serve? And just walking in the mystery, which is always the path of every soul. So I'm going to just read to you a couple of these little pieces. I just chose a couple. So here's number 17, flow always flows. Stuckness isn't. In a universe where flow is always flowing, it isn't possible for anything to get stuck, not even you. Whenever you think nothing is happening or nothing is happening in your favor, this is untrue. In reality, the universe is in continuous eternal flow. When you lead from your soul, you travel along this stream of reality. All you have to do is dive in. So you're not stuck, no matter what you think. You just need to dive into the stream of flow that's there for you. Here's another one that relates to this, sudden shifts, number 41. Change happens quickly. Just as you might notice the current of a river change when you are in flow, you will sense or see that change is coming. What you won't know is exactly when or how it comes. You will be waiting for change, and then one moment, the stream will suddenly shift. When change arrives, it will be surprising, sudden, and different than you expected. And then I'll just read one last one, which sort of is an interesting idea. 79, your soul remembers everything. Everything in all time and space is known by your soul, which belongs to collective soul, which is one, capital O, one. You can move forward, backward, up, down with your knowing, small to big, inside to out, left to right. There is no time or space you don't know. There is no place or person you don't understand. The veil of forgetting is a misbelief that may be removed whenever you desire. If you choose to remove this veil, your life will become different. You will live in a state of direct knowing instead of living asleep. So if you'd like to go kind of further into some of these teachings, there's a couple ways. There's the book, The Aquarian Messages, and then there's the course, I think it's called the Aquarian Project, and they're both on my website. Very interesting to take one little piece every day and work with it. And my own experience is that as I've been working with these teachings, my understanding has changed radically. And my life has changed radically as well because of this expansion of ourselves into some new ideas of thinking and some leaving the old ideas behind. Hey, everybody, I'm Sarah Wiseman. You will find me at sarahwiseman.com. Thanks for listening.